Good evening, everyone. Tonight I'd like to show you what slow, heavy practice is like in Climb Every Mountain, the last page of it, because I want to make it strong that I'm not stumbling and running around for notes that I don't know where they are. And there's no way around it but to do slow, heavy practice with a high lift. I'm not trying to voice and bring out the melody. I'm not trying to voice and bring out the support of the bass. I'm bringing each note out strong with strong hands anchoring all that weight. It's like if you have one of these lift trucks and your body is all of these grains of cement or something, and you heave it up in the air and release on the way up, and it drops all into this bin. And because your wrists are so limpid, then the hands can take that weight and feel strong about it. So it's a really healthy way to practice anything, to get it into your hands with the right sequence. So I'll give it a try, and we'll see what happens. But just remember, it can be slow. It won't sound great, because it's so heavy. But when I get to play it then, and I put the pedal down, that brings the soul of the piece alive, and then it's really dramatic and wonderful. But if there's a slur, I try to do that. If there's a molto crescendo, which there is here, I try to spread as it builds, and it brings the climax of the piece out much more if I just, rather than just playing steady plunk, 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 I spread it even in my slow, heavy practice. So anyway, we'll give it a try and see how it goes. The more I can stretch the lift of those unused fingers as high as I possibly can, I'm benefiting, so that when I go slow as a piece, playing as a piece, and I lift those unused fingers, I have much more ability to get into the notes that I want to bring out and have those voiced better. So, and the same with the first line of the piece is, if I go slow and heavy, because it's fortissimo, so I mean later on I'll try to shape it a little bit, but when it's, and they all have accents on the half beat, so it's just the G down in the bottom that keeps repeating that doesn't have accents, because that's the offbeat. Everything else has accents, so I'll just keep it strong and heavy, and it's maestoso, so it's majestic. So. Now, when I come into the melody, I want it full. It's going to be mezzo forte later on, but for now, and it says with deep feeling like a prayer. So, but right now, I'm trying to get the strength in the melodic line. So I got to be able to, individual fingers, because that's rolled, get my rests. like to hear more of those notes of that harmony in there. So, see, it goes. I spread that because it's coming into something new. But it says mezzo piano, so it's not going to be loud later on. But for now, it's strong, it's slow, it's heavy. It's as much as I can get in my hands and in the keys of my body. So, and releasing on the way up helps, because then I can drop and draw the sound with a good grip without a tight wrist, because the wrist has to be limpid. And I would even pause more there, even in my slow heavy. So I think I'd rather more knowing that's held. Just play it after I do that kind of practicing, but that's the part I already did, slow heavy. So this is how I'm pulling the piece together so that I won't be stumbling in it, because I tried recording it, and because I hadn't done slow heavy practice, I'd just been trying to figure out the notes. On that last page it was stop and start, and that's no good when you're trying to play the piece as a piece. So anyway, it'll come very quickly now, because my muscle memory has a sequence that is correct to the score. Then I can start to put my own expression in and feel that I'm going to be able to sing and voice it the way I want dramatically. And that makes it so much more fun to play. Anyway, I hope you gained from that for your own practice, and we'll talk to you again. Have a good night. Bye-bye.